anyone would think that this could be real?
I know. It's like ridiculous.
I don't understand.
It's because of the maternal imagination.
Thank God for science. Because...
Thank God that most of the doctors that observed her thought it was fake. And they're like, these rabbits came from the outside.
Yeah.
They have food in their stomachs.
The fact that they were like, we need to test this because this makes no sense. Like, just the questioning of it to begin with.
And the fact that he said, why is a rabbit being skinned inside of her womb? Oh, it's because of the pressure of her uterus.
Then how would babies come out with skin on?
I know, they're way bigger than a rabbit.
Yeah, there would be a lot of pressure up in there.
They'd have no skin anywhere.
And your cervix is closed. That should tell you something.
They use some weird term, like, not even the pin of a weird something would fit in her cervix. It was closed up.
What was he feeling, the bump inside her fallopian tube?
Who knows?
It was just probably her body.
It was his imagination.
Because he has the imagination. They
said that they could feel things moving around. Like, he told that guy he had to come because she was about ready to give birth to a live rabbit because he could feel it moving inside of her body.
She had a little gas.
Probably.
She's just rumbly-tumbly. Probably. Because she has an infection. She probably has diarrhea because she's got some horrible infection from having bacteria-ridden dead animals in her vagina.
She could have had remnants of the miscarriage she had a few weeks before that, and that's why she still had milk in her breasts.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know, because she already had babies at home.
Yeah, she probably had... Back then, you had one after the other.
Yeah, and
so you're still nursing one while
you're pregnant for the next one, yes. And
so that's totally normal.
Right. So, she has to be giving birth because she has milk in her breasts. Well, she's feeding a baby.
Let me tell you, I think that if you fed your kid for their whole life, you would always have milk. Like, that's not something that you use it, you lose it kind of thing, right? Like, you probably could keep it going.
That nurse their children when they're in school.
Yeah, so I mean, you could keep that going for as long as they need it. Like, so
pretty much.
This is horrifying. I don't even know how you found this. What were you Googling, Margaret?
I was Googling weird things in history, and
I love doing that.
It was like the top 20 weird things that happened that were real, that really happened. And I saw this, and I'm like, what?
You're like, what?
The woman gave birth to rabbits. Oh, I need to see what this is about.
Technically, she did birth rabbits. That's not a lie.
But she placed them in her own vagina.
If you consider birthing as something coming out of your vagina, then yes. I suppose she did. But she did not grow them in her womb.
No.
So they never questioned, like, what have you been doing with rabbits, lady? Like, because that would be my first... If I really thought this was true, what kind of relationship do you have with rabbits?
If they were buying rabbits were not cheap. Like, where were they getting the money to buy these rabbits?
And I thought maybe at first they were doing it to make money. Like,
they might have thought, but I think they think it was done in protest.
So, but what kind of a protest is that?
To show people that doctors are stupid?
I don't know either. I don't understand it. None of it makes sense. But, you know, many of these stories we tell, it doesn't make sense.
It probably wasn't even Mary's idea. It was probably her husband's
idea.
Yeah. I would say that it was her husband cooked it up because of his previous protests.
Yeah.
Like trespass arrest. It makes sense because him and a bunch of his... Because he was a cloth worker, and a lot of them were out of work because, like, the cloth trade was on decline, the wool trade. And so they were not making very much money, and that's why Mary was working in agriculture on the farms, like, weeding and
I wonder why the sister-in-law was all about it. It was probably just because her brother said she had to, or something.
It could have been, too, like, oh, this is a way for us to get famous, we're going to make money doing this.
Because that's the first
man.
And why would they start using cats too?
They were just using whatever they could find. The cats were probably easy to find.
Kittens, so they're hoping it would
find some dead cat in the alley and they take it.
Can you imagine
finding roadkill and
here
shove it up your vagina?
I was gonna eat this for dinner, but I skinned it. But here, you can have this and put it in your vagina.
Yeah,
sure. Go ahead. It's totally plausible.
It makes total sense.
Listen, friends. Please don't put things in there
that don't belong.
That don't belong. Dead animals don't belong in there. I don't care what your business is. You know, people have kinks, and I don't judge you. But if you're doing this, I'm going to judge you because that's
unhealthy.
And you're going to get a bacterial infection.
And I'm sorry that I found another horrible.
She likes to just traumatize me. I try to do fun, lighthearted things.
Yes, Callie, because the Cecil Hotel was totally lighthearted. I was depressed for a week after that one.
I know, and let me tell you, ever since, like, I watched the documentary a while ago about,
Mine are horrifying, but they're funny at the same time.
They are funny. That one, this one may be stuck in my head for a while.
It's like, yes.
I already knew about the Cecil before we did the episode. Like, I knew about it. But when I really kind of deep dived into it and stuff, every hotel I go to, because I've been to a couple since I've done that, that's all I can think of is that hotel. And, like, being in the hallways creeps me out because I think of that girl in the elevator and the whole exchange she had. And, like, I have goosebumps. Just, like, hotels I'm horrified by now since that. Like, it's been ruined for hotels. I can't handle it. Go put me in a cabin.
You're not going to look at rabbits the same way.
No. Poor little bunnies. Horrified by it. What is wrong with people?
It's not like they could eat them afterwards.
No, you're just wasting them. And then why did you think it's okay to do that?
It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not at all in any way okay.
We do not recommend anything that we tell you about on this episodes we do. We're telling you, this is a disclaimer, do not try this at home.
Please don't.
These are dangerous and disgusting things. And we do not want you ever to do this at home.
We do not advocate.
We do not advocate. We do not promote any of the stuff we talk about.
None of it. No.
No. Don't do it. Oh, my God. Well, thank you for traumatizing me yet again. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am. That's my goal.
How much can I make Colleen's face go in pure disgust? Because you guys can't really see my facial expressions during it.
Colleen's like,
just pure disgust and just like bewilderment and like. But many of the things that we read about, because it's all the stuff that happens in history, and history's freaking fascinating. But the bizarre shit that's gone on that no one's talked about.
Like this.
This is the stuff
I didn't know about this.
This is the stuff I live for.
I stumbled upon it and I'm like, oh,
how
definitely.
friggin' nuts we are as a humankind. We're just friggin' idiots.
I trotted my little self over to Amazon and I typed in Mary Toft in the search bar.
Oh, yeah, you popped it all straight up, didn't they?
Yeah, lots of books. I'm like, ooh, they're very in-depth historical books.
Those ones sometimes are hard to read.
This book I read was... You could tell the woman who wrote it was a historian because there's a lot of information.
Lots of info, lots of stuff that didn't pertain that you really needed.
I'm going to go back through and actually read it again, but I did a lot of skimming to get to
the meat and potatoes of it.
The meat.
Yeah. No pun intended.
The skinned meat of the thing.
Oh my God. All right, friends, if you still want to follow us, you can, after that, you can follow us on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram.
And if you want to send us an email with your own stories or anything you want us to cover, you can reach us at thecousinsweird@gmail.com.
Yeah. And
you can give us money.
Yeah, that just sounds funny. You can give us money. You can support us through Buy Me a Coffee. That sounds a little better. You can support us through buymeacoffee.com/thecousinsweird. There, you can do a one-time fee for $5. Buy us a coffee, buy us a beer, buy us whatever. And then you can do a monthly donation of $5. And that way we can give you exclusive content.
Yes, and free stuff.
Free stuff. Don't forget, we're going to be at AcreCon this year, so save the date for that. It's in August.
August 20th and the 21st.
And we're going to be doing a live recording there, so we're excited. We want to see some of you there. I think that'd be great.
Definitely.
I didn't know about AcreCon until last year, and it was like the 4th year they did it. I was like, what?
How did they reached out to us?
Yeah, they reached out to us.
Did we know them?
I do know Tanya, who she does a Happy Period with me.
Oh, cool.
Which is another, if you want to go like my Happy Period page. Happy Period is a non-for-profit. Yeah, it's not Happy Period North Country. Margaret is involved in this too. We basically provide period products for people who bleed that need them.
Mary Toft would have benefited from
She would have benefited from
it. For sure. Maybe all this nonsense would not have happened if she had some support there.
So we collect and distribute. We utilize food banks in our area, domestic violence shelter, the Q Center for LGBTQ community. So we supply these things, we collect, we get out to people that need them. So you can actually go and like that page too and follow us and see what we're doing because we have big things coming that way too.
We have donation boxes like at the library in Watertown.
Yep, the library in Watertown's a great collection spot. And then we do like big donation drives throughout the year. And we got some cool stuff going to be coming up that we're going to need help with. So go like that page. It's great. And it's all just to give back to the community. So
yep. Helping women out who might not be able to afford it. And it's like one of the things that all women have to deal with. Mm-hmm. Even some non-women have to deal with.
Well, anyone that bleeds. I
right.
mean, it's the
tough.
trans community it affects the trans community in a way that's very difficult for someone who does not identify as female to have to go to a store and buy products that are very marketed towards.
It is hard
towards the female
body. And
body.
I am there. I have a trans son who's 18, so I buy stuff for him, but not everybody has that luxury.
That support,
right?
Either or that. So we want to be able to provide places where they can go and get them that part of the shame maybe that could be related to that for them, that they don't feel that. They don't have to go to a store and walk around with it. So anyway, we got a little deep.
Or even the shame of a woman who can't afford to go to the store and buy them and has to use toilet paper.
Exactly. And there's many people that, I know we're getting deep at the end of our episode, but there's a lot of people if you're on public assistance of any kind, if you get food stamps, if you get, anything like that, hygiene products are not something you're able to get. So there's no program out there that will give you these products. And in my opinion, these products should not be something we have to purchase. They should be given to us because we have no options. And the biggest reason why girls miss school and it ruins some people's education is when they have their period, they don't have products. Every school is legally, in New York State, I know, has to provide products. But do they?
And a lot of it, too, is like, I remember being in high school and you don't have anything, and you don't want to go down to the nurse and ask for it, because that's embarrassing. Yeah. You're embarrassed to do it.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's a lot of stigma attached to that, too, and especially being a teen and you're, influenced by, I don't want to be able to pick on me at school.
Yeah.
It's a lot, it's a lot of pressure.
And that's why we feel like that the items should be in bathrooms, in general. And, I could go on even more of how in school there should be, gender-neutral bathrooms available, because no one should be afraid to use the bathroom that they identify as. And I think that happens especially in schools. So we should be pushing towards gender-neutral bathrooms everywhere. And it can be a one-stall, one-toilet bathroom.
Especially in schools, having free period supplies in the bathrooms.
Yes, for those who bleed to be able to have access to them.
They have the machines, but they cost money.
Yeah.
And not every kid has
and yes,
or 2 quarters.
I think, they'll just take them. Well, that's the point.
Right.
We don't care who takes them as long as they're in the hands of people that need them. You can wipe it all out in one swipe. I don't care.
Everything in the basket.
Yeah.
We'll put more in it.
And we'll keep putting it in. That's our goal, to keep putting that in there.
People aren't going to be selling it on the black market.
No. I mean, if you, I always try to think of this mentality as if someone takes something, they needed it, right? So people don't just take pads to go sell them. You're using them. Yes, please take them. That's our whole point. So
I'm going to open up a stall at farmer's market and resell pads from all the bathrooms.
From a happy period. So there we go. So anyway, go like that page, and if you want to, we have our Amazon list. You can order period products through there, and they'll be sent to us, and we will get them into the hands of people that need them. Okay, off my soapbox.
Yes.
We hope you have a fantastic week.
And we stay freaky.
But
It's not as freaky as Mary Todd, please.
No, please don't ever do that. Please. All right, bye.
Bye.